The Cciv and Lucid Motors merger is complete. I'm just outside of my neighborhood right now taking me a little stroll. And I figured since every single one of my Discord groups that I'm in, not that I run, has the same question, I figured I would go ahead and make a quick little video about it. Friday at around 8 p.m, if you were on Robinhood, it got a little scary. You were kind of like, what the hell's happening to my shares? Where did they go? Where did my equity go? Relax, it's a transitional period. I can assume that 9 out of 10 times you haven't experienced this before, and sometimes when mergers happen, you don't really pay attention to the fact that the tickers always change. Do I think Lucid Motors is gonna be a strong EV company in the future when gas-powered motors become obsolete and EV motors become the norm? I don't know. I got my Neo and I got my plug power, I got my Cciv solar, and I've got my finger involved in the pot that I want them to be involved in when that shift in normalcy comes to fruition. But if you see, just like the EV market, my neighborhood's also under construction. You actually had to vote for this merger to happen. Congratulations, your vote counted. You got the merger that you dreamed of. I'm 11 contracts deep. No, I'm 7 contracts deep. So hopefully, my 7 contracts account for something, or my equity accounts for something Monday morning when they finally go ahead and make everyone's account go back to normal. Now, since we out here, let's talk about the space race. Richard Branson versus Jeff Bezos versus Elon Musk in a space race. Elon was chilling, he was the high cousin in the race. That nigga still in the house smoking weed. But I don't know about you, I don't know what it was like growing up in America from ages like 5 to 12. So I don't know who you guys looked at as the billionaire or the entrepreneur. Was it Mark Cuban? Was it Donald Trump back then? I don't know, I wasn't here. But in England, something that I've always remembered is Richard Branson's always been that guy. He was the first entrepreneur that I remember bought a whole island, bought a whole stadium that I remember. Month-to-month pay-as-you-go phones first became a thing, and he went ahead and bought a whole satellite. But let's discuss something else. Let's discuss our responsibility with these memes and how we completely just showed our asses. Matter of fact, let's go back to the office. Let's take this back to the office, because I'm sweating my tits off. I'm the only black man in my neighborhood. Everyone's looking at me weird because I got the camera. Let's go back to the crib real quick. Come to find, I do not have enough time to run back to the office. I have to go clean one of the properties, get it ready for another tenant. However, we're gonna run through this real quick because hopefully my camera doesn't run out of battery. We were just talking about Cciv and how we shouldn't be scared, we shouldn't be worried if our screens look like this. It will be changed by Monday morning when the market opens. Everything will be back to normal. We might have more shares, might have less shares, might have more contracts, might have less contracts, but it will be the exact same equity, just a different ticker and a different quantity. Now, back to the space race. You guys make me sick, because if I was to give each of you $50,000 today, you would have done absolutely nothing by next month. If these white bulls want to spend tens of millions of dollars that really ain't shit to them to go to space for 10, 15 minutes, that's what the fuck they're gonna do. We shouldn't look at them crazy, because we have to understand they're looking at us crazy when we're asking for handouts, asking for government assistance, asking for help, asking for leverage, but all we end up doing when we get some bread is go get the ore. And if we were paying attention to the news close enough, we would have heard on the 9th when they announced the dates of these space travels, and we would have bought shares, contracts, leaps. We'd have been prepared to benefit and profit off their movements. We don't move like that. Nope. All we do is get online and we post memes about how these niggas should have done something differently with their bread. Well, you know what he did? He gave 100 M's to a black man. Van Jones helped free the slaves. No, I'm not calling them prisoners or criminals. They're fucking slaves. All right, he also shares a prison reform with Kim Kardashian. So if he plays his cards right, he'll have her right next to him, and together they can be a superhero Batman and Robinina to help free more black people. That's how you help the problem, and instead of adding to the problem. And I believe you add to the problem when you say shit like, damn, Jeff Bezos should have done something better with his money than go to space. That is a broke boy narrative. Can we please, if you look like me, can you please remove yourself from the broke boy narrative? When you see these white bulls breaking world records and flying to space and buying planets and shit, you're supposed to congratulate them. You're supposed to try and emulate them. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? We want to put ourselves in a better position. With all that being said, I will see you guys on Monday morning. Hopefully Cciv to the moon. Hold those. Trade your plan your trade, and I'll see you in the next one.